And we're live. Welcome to another episode of Sleazy Sports. And today I'm joined by Shabar, Sihle in, Otamendi. What's Gucci Jits?
Oh, one more day, one more day, one more
Yo,
day.
one
I
more
think we're
day,
there.
guys.
I think we're
Ish.
there.
Yo,
The
guys, it's
promised
crazy.
land.
And it's crazy how the anticipation, guys. It just shows you the power of the Premier League, man. PSL is
Now,
back,
as
but we're not out here
I saw a
doing
post where,
countdowns.
I saw a post. Someone said,
Mm.
I'm a day away from letting 11 men dictate my mood for the weekend.
Hey, dude.
for the
Yeah,
It
next
just
nine
glory,
months,
For the
yeah,
10
but
next nine
months.
guys,
months.
glory.
it just shows you how therapeutic it is. I find
Yes,
myself at times not wanting to go out, but rather just watching football the whole day, and it's so
Same.
yes,
therapeutic.
Now,
So
like,
yeah,
I think everyone will agree with me on this. Like,
yeah,
not that I'm extra or anything, but like my weekend is planned around.
Hmm.
I'm
And
sorry.
yeah.
that's not extra, that's normal.
It's normal,
It's
bro.
normal.
It just sucks that the rugby's at 5. So I watch Springboks, guys. I don't,
yeah. So do I.
especially if you're playing Australia or New Zealand. You see, if it's tough fixtures. I'm sorry, guys.
And you
Unless
must
But
add England to that list.
oh
England,
England,
Ireland, France. Yeah,
yeah, like the strong teams, the ones where you like,
yeah.
okay, yeah, it's gonna be a war, yeah. But
And I can
anyway,
just
yeah,
imagine.
yeah.
First weekend, it's almost you want to be like around people, but you also don't
Mm.
want to
yes.
lose around people. So you want to like
Yeah.
your game is perfect.
That's so
It's
true.
that anxiety that
Yeah.
follows you. It's like, okay,
Yes,
do I do it?
yes,
Am I that confident in my team?
Mm.
It's the first
yes.
game. I can use that as an excuse. I reached out to Tools last week. Yeah,
Yeah.
last week Friday. I was like, yo, my dude, let's do something for Sunday. Triple header
And also
with
nervous,
Chelsea.
also nervous.
Chelsea's playing, and then the big one later on.
Hmm.
Jules is like, yeah, let's see how it goes. I'll let you know. And I'm like, yeah, he is very nervous. Man United
Yeah.
against Arsenal,
It's a
rightfully
big
so.
one. It's a big one.
But yeah, I'm still meeting up with him. But
Yeah.
this one feels a
There's
bit
going to be tears
different.
regardless. So grab an
Yeah.
Arsenal fan and just sit in the middle and laugh.
All right, Jets. Let's kick off this episode, right? So, as promised from Monday's episode, I'm not sure if you guys can see my screen.
Yeah.
You see it, yeah.
All right. So, yeah, as per usual, the CKN and of course Shava are familiar with the program, but odds essentially we're just gonna be ranking the relegation teams, and then it's the
Mm,
next three, the next three, next three, next three, next three. No, next two, and one. Yeah, so these two,
okay.
I could only make it two of each, and then of course Man United at the top. So yeah, guys, let's start
Simple
off.
enough. Simple enough.
Look. I mean, I've done my homework, so I've
Yeah.
drafted myself a bit of a list of where I think teams are going to
Hey.
end up. So I've come prepared, and I've come to debate, and I've come to see what the people say.
So
I
I've
know.
done a similar thing. It's obviously not in depth. I just sort of had a look, sort of put where I thought each team would finish. And then I
Mm.
watched some other shows and I
Yeah.
found that people are kind of on the
Top
same
four.
page
Top
with,
four is top four.
Yes, yes,
Everyone is
yes.
literally going the same top four. Let's not
yeah,
like.
Yeah.
I think
everyone's,
Sorry for the
and,
people,
yeah.
but like
and I
literally the
think
whole internet
that's
is
not gonna happen.
thank
Mm.
you.
I think I'm actually.
I
I
think
think I've
something's,
the top four. I've actually disagreed with a lot of pundits. I've listened to a few pods this week,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and I've put a lot of winners at number three. But we'll get into that. But yeah,
Yeah.
I've kind of disagreed this year with a lot of the pundits, and I think
So
if I'm the only one, I'm doing it just to. I might be the only one right at the end of the season. So
so
Mm.
I might have gone
when it comes
against the
to
grain.
notes, I'm glad you guys can't see my writing. I write like I should have been a doctor of some sort. I don't know, doctor of the bones, but anyway.
Yeah.
I think everyone is ready. Let's
All
go.
right.
I don't want to go
Let's
Let's
first
go.
kick
one
it off.
too.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's start off with Otamendi since it's his first time breaking his virginity and all. Um, my guy,
Yeah.
your relegation teams.
Oh, okay. being that I am adopted son of the Northeast, Sunderland's
Yeah.
definitely number 20.
Ooh, that is
Mm.
brave.
Yes, it's
That
very
is
brave. That's
very
very
brave.
Sunderland number 20.
Yeah.
I then go Burnley number 19 because I think Burnley struggle, but I think they've got a decent goalkeeper in Dubravka. Both of these two teams have made a lot of signings, and it's about how quickly they gel. And Scotty Parker, I think, still like I kind of trust Scotty Parker, but I think it's going to be a little too much for him. And Bournemouth have lost too much of the back, so Bournemouth's my number 18. I think they made a lot of signings. So 20 Sunderland, 19 Burnley, and then 18 Bournemouth.
And
All
and
right.
the weird
Yeah.
thing for me is out of the promoted teams, I had two teams that I said would survive the chop. One being Sunderland, the other being Leeds.
Mm.
I've seen what Sunderland have gone in and bought. They've spent quite a bit of change. And their manager is quite young. I don't see them getting relegated.
Mm.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I
at the end of
don't.
the day.
Then yeah. We'll have to give Shiva a chance. Shiva.
I agree on Burnley. I agree with everything that Art said. Parker, I think he's good, but I think
Not
this might
not
just be
Premier
a
League
little bit
good.
too much for him. Bournemouth are actually my number 20. I think that team's been ransacked. And I think they've signed someone from Leverkusen because Owatra's going. I think Brentford want Owatra, and I think they're kind of just swapping bad places. So I've gone Bournemouth bottom, I've gone Burnley second bottom, and I don't think Brentford make it. I think they've also been ransacked. I think Leeds stay up because they look like a team, they play like a team, and that counts
Yeah.
for something. And I think Sunderland
And they've
just
been there
have,
before. Leeds have been there before.
they've
They've got
been
the
there before.
experience. They have an
Yes.
understanding of what it
I agree with
takes
that.
to
Well, all
survive.
of these teams have been there before, right? But Sunderland, I think they look like a Premier League team. Like I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. But for me, out of all of the teams that have come up, they look the most like a Premier League team. Maybe it's just nostalgia because I think Sunderland are actually one of the bigger clubs. But yeah, Brentford, I don't see them staying up. And this is assuming that they lose Wissa as well, which I think is
Yeah.
going to
Yeah,
happen.
that's a very fair
And
point. Very fair
and as
point.
well and as well, Shiva, that's like the core. I mean, Wissa, Buemo,
Buemo, Norgard.
And this thing of
yeah.
this thing of
Yeah.
upgrading your second your assistant manager to manager and to do it
Like
in
It has worked. It has worked,
but like it's
I
very
don't. You cannot do that in Brentford's position.
yeah.
yes.
Not
Yes.
when you've
Yeah,
lost
very
your
fair point.
players. And I honestly, I think their old manager is probably
Special.
the best manager outside of the obvious ones that we pick.
True.
I watched
Look,
him. I watched his side last night, and I think I posted in the chat that for the first time in a very long time, I'm seeing a disciplined as the Spurs that we used to. Very low when it comes to Spurs and being Spursy. But last night, I get it. They were playing.
There was
probably
something.
one of-
There was something.
Yeah, they were playing probably one of the best teams in Europe until Chelsea came through. But like one of the best teams in Europe that's coached by a manager who has a very good understanding of the game. So I think it's a good sign for Spurs. And I know everyone is
I think
chucking the baby out with the cotton, saying, "Oh wow," because I was checking online. Everyone is saying, "Nah, they've got a Timu Conte and whatnot." That's what everyone. I think that's trending right now, and I don't think so. I think
I like
he's
him.
proven.
I really like that manager.
I love
He's
his
good.
honesty. I love his
Yeah,
honesty,
same.
and it's a weird
Same.
thing to it's a weird character to love on a manager, in that he's speaking to the crowd, and he cracked a joke last night after losing. He says the last manager that won a trophy for Spurs got fired. So, and I was
Did you
like,
see?
no.
He made a joke in his press conference. He said something around, in medical terms, the procedure was
operation
successful.
successful, but
The patient died. I'm like, I like that. This guy,
Nah,
he's
I'm
going
not gonna,
places.
I honestly, I
Not
fuck with
Champions League, but places.
Yeah.
But I think the Brentford one is like it's a good point, because for me it was Brentford or Bournemouth, and I feel as if Bournemouth lost a lot more than Brentford. Yes, the goals are a key factor, but you cannot lose, five of your back five basically, and think that it's still going to be the same. And also, as you say, like maybe the assistant manager. So Brentford also could be closer to 16, 17 in that scrap. But I think
They've
over
got
the
that-
years they've had a
I
little
think
bit
Bournemouth have
more.
got that kid.
than-
What's his name? Oh, fuck, the striker, man. His dad used to play
Semenyo. Clivert.
Clivert.
Isn't he injured?
Yeah, he's currently injured.
If you
What
if you
what I
keep him
do
fit-
like about Bournemouth though is I think they have the best manager out of all of the clubs that we've spoken about.
at the bottom.
Yeah, I think their manager could possibly be good enough to get them avoiding relegation. But as I said, I've
Fair.
got them in 20th just because they've lost so much.
Yeah, I
Very,
went
very fair points.
I went with remove Sunderland from the list there, and you put the bees there. That's just
Yeah.
my
I'm
view.
I'm
Yeah.
with you. I'm with you. I think
Uh,
all of them
Probably.
are different, but similar. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
all the bees are going down. Brentford,
Yeah.
Burnley, Bournemouth, all of them.
All right. So okay, of course, I'm with Sihle and Shavar as far as Bournemouth. Sorry, Brentford. I'm going to the relegation zone, and we move up Sunderland. So the vote is against you, Arts. So this is a democracy.
That's
Right.
fine. No, I'm happy. I mean,
Right.
it looks very
It
fair. It
is.
looks very fair.
It is a democracy. It is a democracy.
Look, like I said,
Yeah.
And then
me Sunderland is just it's pure emotion,
Snow.
pure heart.
Yeah, I know.
no,
we get
I
you.
think
We get
your
you.
hate your hate is real, and it showed there. We understand.
Yeah.
And
We
look,
understand.
listen to a lot of the pundits and listen to the pods. A lot of the guys, even in the Northeast, are very happy for Sunderland to be back in the league, just because it's a good rival for a good rivalry for the Northeast. It's a good derby for the Northeast. There needs to be a little bit more there. But I mean, they're the biggest our biggest rivals. I would have preferred Middlesbrough. I would have said Middlesbrough top 10 if you put Middlesbrough on this list. So it's just a Sunderland thing.
I think
Literally
with
just-
me, I never really understood how big Sunderland was until I watched that they had a Netflix special going on for like a while. I
what
watched
all
that.
nothing or nothing.
Yeah, I
Is that
can't
what you're
remember the
saying?
name, but like they had that on Netflix, and the beauty of when Netflix takes over either a club or a sport, they do it justice. And I was like, oh, I like this, and the community was very much involved. It looks all blurry and stuff, and
sad.
sad,
Did you watch
and
what
no
Amazon
Wi-Fi,
did for us?
nothing. I did.
Did you watch what Amazon? There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got mad respect when it comes to Sunderland. So I don't want them to. Maybe that's my heart speaking. I don't want them to go down.
All right.
I also don't want them to go
Yes.
down because I like the Sunderland Newcastle rivalry in the Premier League. The Premier
I'm
League is
happy with that
better
as well.
for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's true.
No,
That's true.
indeed. Okay, guys, let's move on to the next three. I don't want us to dwell
Let
on the relegation.
Trushel take it
Next
if you
three.
can speak.
Yeah. What's up, Trushel?
How's
Hope
it,
you
guys?
good, King.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Yeah.
Number
your
12,
three.
Crystal Palace.
No.
Number
No,
12.
no,
not
we're
there.
going.
No.
Oh,
You-
you read it like that. Okay.
Yes.
Let
sorry,
me
sorry.
phrase this for you.
Sorry.
17,
We're up-
16, 15.
Yeah,
Okay.
15, 16, 17, and then
yeah.
what do you think of our relegation?
So
candidates?
Sunderland is 15.
For
Was
now.
it-
No.
We're putting them in that bracket.
Yeah,
So
that
the order
bracket.
might be different, but that's
Yeah.
the bracket we're putting them in.
I would put put Wolves in there as well. I think without Nuri and Cunha, it's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a very, very tough one.
Who's that
Then
striker of theirs that they got?
Strad
I think it was
Larson.
banging.
Larson.
Yeah,
Stan
Stan Larson. He
Larson.
was banging goals come into the
He
season.
And
is,
Larson.
he's like him and I think it's João Gomez, the CDM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Them two are like the last two. You know,
But I think those two are enough.
Have we lost?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
sure.
lost you there, Shiva.
Yeah, we lost
You lost
there.
Look, I
me.
mean, if they-
Yeah,
yeah.
You said
I
those
got
they
sharing.
bring in-
Sharing the Wi-Fi password there.
No, so what I'm saying is I think the two guys, Strand Larson and Gomez, that are left at Wolves, along with their manager, who I also think is a good manager, I think that's enough to keep them up.
Yeah, and that's why I'll put them there and not
Mm.
bottom three. Because you must remember, they were there last season, and then they lost Cunha. Now they lost Aid Nuri, and those are their two best players. And Aid Nuri and Cunha were amazing for them. Strand Larsen and Gomez are like the last two that they have. And I think the centre back that they have, I can't remember his name, but he's also pretty good. But yeah, I think them and Sunderland, and I don't know who's going to be the other team to skin of their teeth it. But because I'm a pure hater, I'm going to put Leeds because fuck Leeds. I hate Leeds. Out of pure
I
hatred.
could put Sunderland. I did the same thing with Sunderland.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you
out of
put
pure
20th.
hatred.
Is it me?
Out of pure hatred for them. In fact, I would even leave Bournemouth up and put Leeds there. I could not give less of a damn about Leeds United. I'm a United
Why though, Shiva? I mean Trish though. Let's be for
because
real.
we
like,
were taught that you can love Manchester United as much as you want, but your hate for Leeds needs to be just as strong.
for me, Lucas Radebe dog played for them. So in a way,
It comes
Yeah,
from
yeah.
a war way
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what they
but
call
where
the
were
Roses
we? But
derby.
where were we, Shiva?
Roses.
Was it in the
The Roses
90s?
derby.
Let
Was
me
it in the
put it to you
90s,
this way.
dog?
Let me put it to you this way, X. Game of Thrones, the
Yeah.
book series, is based on this war.
Mm.
That's how
I didn't know
far back this war is. The
Mm.
War of the Roses.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
Lancashire
Roses
and
derby.
York.
Oh,
But also,
and
there were
who
no
won?
there were no dragons playing
There
football.
were no dragons. Ah.
No, the Dragons were a little bit. They were, off the coast towards Wales. That's why in Game of Thrones the dragons are, a little bit off to the side.
Yeah,
But yeah, look,
yeah.
I think that's fine. For relegation, I wouldn't put
That's what was
Sunderland.
coming for me today. I like
I
it.
think
Um,
what you guys are saying about Sunderland, I'm very happy to have Sunderland back in the Premier League, and that derby, Sunderland Newcastle, is one of the best derbies. So I'm very happy to have them back. Plus, they are a Premier League club. Sunderland is prime Barclays. Sunderland's- the only issue that I have is that we've seen it time and time again. These clubs come up and their owners like, right, we're going to invest and spend money. And then because of how
Ipswich
much
did it.
money that they spend, they go straight back down and then they don't come back up because they have to sort out all the losses that they're making.
I
Yeah.
agree. I agree.
so I'm gonna
I
mean,
say
my-
something
my-
very. I'm gonna say something that like is not popular.
Yeah.
I've got Forest at the bottom there. I think
Wow.
Wow.
Champions League football is going to suffocate them.
Are they
Europa
playing
League.
Champions
Europa League.
Europa, sorry.
You're right.
No, they're not playing.
Yeah.
They're not even playing Europa.
make a
League
val-
Conference
he makes
League.
a
They're
valid-
playing conference.
I
They're
don't
playing
think
Conference League.
Yeah,
Hmm.
because Forest's owner is a dirty scumbag.
Mm.
I think.
No, they're
that,
not. Sorry,
um,
hold on, guys. Hold on. Forest is not playing conference.
No,
They're
Palace
playing
is in
Europa.
Palace is in conference.
Yeah, they
Palace
swapped.
is in
They
Because
conference.
swapped the
Forest's
run.
owner went to UEFA and said, "Hey, John Textor from Crystal Palace also has shares in Lyon, who's in the Europa League.
I
You can have two teams
I
that
like
are
I, li-
owned
I
in
like
person."
I like the Forest man owner. He's scummy, and you can see by his weight that he literally is very greedy. And
But
I
he
think-
loves that club though. He
Yeah,
loves
yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah,
That's
which
the
is
sort of
why- which
owners you need, bro.
which is why I like the way that he owns the club. But I think the Europe excursion is going to really suffocate his squad. His
Yeah.
squad is not that big. And
I-
if you're going
I
to be
think-
playing in Europa, unfortunately, you're going to be playing Wednesday, Saturday, Wednesday, Sunday.
Wednesday,
sorry,
Sunday.
not
Yeah.
yeah,
Thursday,
Thursday,
Sunday, every
Sunday.
single week.
Thursday, Sunday, Thursday,
Okay.
Sunday, and the
I
traveling
actually-
takes it out of you.
Look, I mean, if you're in conference, you like traveling to like Kazakhstan. But if you're in
Yeah, these
like,
war-torn countries that are like,
yeah,
eh,
if you're
You
traveling
guys,
to
no,
if
be
you're doing
honest.
Europe, you're traveling to
Last
Portugal.
season,
But wait,
Hmm?
I just want to say, like, on your point, I've got Forest a bit higher, and I think because Forest has got a slightly bigger squad than like a Palace. I've got them slightly higher, but I see what you're saying, and maybe it might be new. But you also got Nuno Espirito Santo that might be able to, bring the lads down and say, gents, like it's going to be tough. And I think the owner will. I mean, his Morgan Gibbs White, stunt. Probably
Was
going to
the-
keep. It's probably going to keep the guys going. And I mean, he's also got if Chris Wood, he's just going to be there in Kazakhstan header after header. So I think they'll be okay. There's enough in that squad because he spent big and he's bought a lot of players. I think there's enough in that squad for them to kind of be maybe in the second bracket, but not so close down to the bottom.
Yeah, I like Nuno. I honestly do, but I think European excursion, you have to make up your mind very quickly. I think at some point, Enge fell on that sort where he needed to make a decision quickly, whether they're pursuing European excursions or they're focusing on the league.
Yeah. But
So
okay, you can go. Yeah, you can go.
Sorry,
Shiva.
what I was gonna say is I don't think this season will be like last season where the relegated teams would be relegated in January. I think, and the
Yeah,
reason for that is
not.
because I think the teams that were just above that have all gotten weaker. None of them
Yeah.
have really gotten stronger, right? So I have 7 teams that I think are genuinely in, like, if any one of these 7 get relegated, I would not be surprised. But I think above those 7, those teams are fairly safe and won't be involved in relegation at all. So that's why I don't have Forest there in that 15 to 17 bracket. There's
Almost
one
above.
team that I'm going to put
Yeah.
14th that may shock people, but I wouldn't be surprised if this team got relegated either. And I think Forest are ahead of that team by quite a distance. I don't even think Europe could impact
Say no
Forest to-
more. Hit us. Who are they?
First, before I go on, are we happy with our
Yeah,
bottom 6?
We all in agreement.
happy.
Don't
Wait.
don't
So
take long.
I'm
Just
not
tell us because
necessarily-
you've built
Yeah.
it
Wait,
up
wait,
now.
wait, wait.
No,
I'm-
Ots has a
yeah.
statement for us.
It
I'm
had
not
to be
necessarily
Newcastle who
happy.
can't buy a player. Jeez, like,
Look. So I've said 15 West Ham, Wolves 16 and 17 Leeds. So obviously because of your guys Sunderland being in that bracket, I can't necessarily complain because at the end of the day you guys have so it's we're kind of remix. I've put West Ham in there. So yeah, we're
So-
kind of almost the same.
Yeah.
West
Bob-
Ham is
Bob Ben-
is the team I was gonna say.
Bob Brentford.
I wouldn't be surprised
Bob
if they go
Brentford.
down.
Mm.
I don't think they are. I put them in the bottom 6, but I don't think they go down.
I don't think they go down, but if they do, I would not be surprised. And I think the gap between this 7 and the next little batch of teams will be quite big.
That would be
And
cool.
actually, when I look at what you said, because I counted from 11 to 17, and I looked at it, and I'm like, actually, all the teams that I have here are kind of they've lost a lot, and wherever they end up is not. No one's going to be surprised if Fulham are 17th or if Brighton are 17th. Like they've been stripped. A lot of them have been stripped for parts. So this middle, 7 teams. I actually agree with Shiva.
All right. So can
for
Shiva
West Ham-
proceed? Yeah.
Yeah.
Shiva
West
was-
Ham
Yeah,
Yes.
14th was West Ham for me because
Okay.
I worry about them. People look
Their
at
defense.
Potter and they're like,
yeah,
I
their
don't
defense
get
is
the
slow,
hype
guys.
for Potter. Their defense is slow. Their midfield is slow. Their attack is slow. Jared Bowen at striker. I like Jared Bowen, but Jared
Yeah.
Bowen is the reason why I don't have them going down.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's
Callum
probably the
Wilson.
only
Callum
reason.
Wilson.
Nah,
Fit
fuck,
Callum
he's a
Wilson
reject.
is
No,
an
no,
okay
no,
striker.
no.
Yeah,
Is
but
an
a
okay
fit
striker.
Callum
Fit
Wilson is
Callum
fit
Wilson.
for 5 games a season.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Very fair. Very fair. I can't fight that.
Yeah. And then Shiva?
Okay, yeah, I've got West Ham there. Alongside West Ham, I will put the teams now that I'm saying will be safe and will not be involved in a relegation battle, but still not enough for the top half. I've gone Fulham just because I don't really rate their squad, but I rate their manager. And I've got Everton just,
Same.
I don't know,
Just
Everton
my
just
three for that.
feels. I think
Like a
they're
patch
out
job.
of their worst patch now, and I think they're looking up again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
I agree with that.
And another thing is, gents, Fulham haven't sold anyone or bought anyone. So they've managed to
Yeah, so
retain the majority of their
the
team.
squad is quite stagnant. Yeah.
Yeah, which is also a good thing in a way. Because, I mean, chemistry still remains. So there's not much the coach needs to emphasize on the players. But yeah,
think-
Shabab,
I think
man, that's a strong 3 right there, man. Yeah,
I
you can go,
think
CJ.
the concern with Everton is I can't pinpoint who is their striker that's going to give them 15 plus goals that they need to survive.
They don't.
They don't.
They don't.
They,
I see
the goals are spread out, though.
The goals
Yeah,
are spread
I
out.
s-
Yeah.
And
I
if you
see
got a
Jack-
hungry Grealish,
Yeah. He's
You
on
gotta
the
They
hang
signed
with
someone
Grealish,
else.
so-
They've got Drewsbury Hall, who I think is a,
Yeah.
like if he wasn't at Chelsea last season, we'd all be saying, this guy's a very decent player, and they needed some fresh legs in midfield. How much fresher do you get than someone who's been, sitting on the bench for a whole year? And they signed someone else. I'm forgetting.
they've brought in some decent talents.
They've
still
got
got
They did.
Brandwaite.
Yeah.
I rate Branthwaite.
Sure.
I would love Branthwaite at Liverpool, but
Same.
yeah,
I
unfortunately.
mean, at United, not
but
Yeah, I
the
know you'd
minute-
love Branthwaite
The
at
minute
Liverpool.
that they go Beto and whatnot, I just lose all faith.
The thing
in
is,
them.
though, Beto was fairly decent for them towards the end of last season.
He was. I agree with Shiva. He was. He did
He's
what
not
he did
consistent
what
for
needed
me.
to be done.
Yeah, and I think that's what
But he-
Everton
yeah.
will do. They will do what needs to be done.
So I look at the middle, right? Jack, redemption tour. He has to come right because he wants to be part of Tuchel's squad.
And he'll
for
play
the
the
World Cup.
nice 10 role. I think he'll play that
Thank
10.
you.
And he's
And
going
he
to be the
knows
guy.
he's got protection. He's got protection behind him in Onana. And you've got Keenan also. He plays that 8 where he's very, very, very versatile. And then on the wing, you've got that that
Njai.
guy who's number 10. Njai, yes.
Njai
And there's McGill. And then there's not McGill. O'Neill or McNeil.
O'Neill.
Dwight.
And then
Dwight McNeil.
Dwight McNeil,
that
yes.
there's a tapping sound. I don't know where it's coming from. Oh. Okay. Yeah. I think guys, let's give who's your former manager there, Tuchel? Let's give him
David.
Let's give Davy
So
benefit
David,
of the doubt. They break into the top 10, I think.
that's quite a shout.
Look,
So
look, Sile, for me, like I've said, for me, I've said Fulham. Actually, I actually swapped Everton for Fulham. So I said Everton 11th, Brighton 12, and Fulham 13, Brentford 14. So I mean, amongst these 7, as Shavar said, a lot of them are going to be like a point each or a few points each, and then obviously the top 10 is going to be a bigger gap. So if you say Everton to the top 10, you're just replacing Forest or Palace. I think that's where it's marginal in my opinion. Where some
But
of these guys end up.
I love that everyone is on the same
Yeah.
from this we're singing from the same hymn book when it comes to Palace. In
even
that
the ones
they've
we
got a brilliant-
disagree on, we're like not
Yeah.
by much.
Yeah, they've
Yeah,
Palace they've got a brilliant manager, even though they're stripping that squad. I think 2 players that are
Super
key
faster.
that they are going to leave now, and that might
Wharton
change the
and Gay.
conversation in Gay and Eze.
Oh yes, Eze.
That-
Oh,
I think Wharton
yes.
stays. I think Wharton stays. I don't know.
Watson stays.
I do think that if we don't get Baleba, I think we might pivot to Watson. But hey, I don't know. Watson, I was even telling Shivar that Community Shield game,
No, the thing is that remember your coach likes PNP in the middle. So
he's our coach.
Aish, man. Okay, our coach. But you know how I feel about homie. He likes PNP.
When 21 comes at the end of the season, boss.
When
At the
I
end
know,
of the
Doc.
season.
You see, Trisho, I'm not afraid
What
of being
season?
wrong. I'm not afraid of being wrong. If I'm wrong, I will apologize to you, mate, and say, you know what, Trisho, I was wrong. I'm like that. You know what I mean? So I'm not a person who's gonna be all cocky and lie.
Up?
But anyway, let's go up, guys. So Sitlane, it's your turn, because
Thank you. I've got Man United there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jesus
cool.
Christ,
And
Yeah.
who else? And who else?
And it's going to be a huge upgrade for them. So yeah.
Positive goal difference. That's positive
Thank
goal
you.
difference territory.
Thank you.
So
I've got,
it's Man United.
hold on. Let me look at my notes.
I'm not even gonna put him. I'm not even gonna put United here because
I've got United. I've got Brighton.
Don't do it. Don't do it. It's
Ah.
just trolling. Put Palace and Forest and Brighton, and let's just get on with it.
Oh, so now you guys are touched because it's your club.
we're not touched.
No, you are.
No.
Think about it,
is this?
Kuban. None of us got disrupted when we were giving our lists
And now
until
that
you
I'm
mentioned
giving
this
my
club.
list, now I'm giving my list. I'm just trolling. Fuck that. I've got United. Just chuck them in there. Chuck them in there so
They're
that
gonna-
we just kind of like, hey,
Shiva
Baba, I'm
and
not done.
Odds are
I'm
not
not
gonna
done.
agree. But
Hold on.
anyway, we'll
Yeah,
put
just chuck them in there.
United.
I'll go for
wait.
it. Sister, I'll
I'm
go.
not done.
Sister, I'll
Go,
go.
go. It's fine. It's fine.
Thank you. Brighton.
Wow.
Damn. So my thing is,
You're running out of Premier League clubs.
a-
Sikhe? You're running out of Premier
Yeah.
League clubs. I'm sorry. What?
So yeah,
Okay.
hey man, you see what I'm
don't
saying?
apologize.
That's why
Don't
I need to
apologize. Just
remove.
recognize what I said. Hey, Baba, I'm not. Yeah, that's it. Hear
No,
me
no.
out.
Show your
Let's
work.
before you move,
Hear me
I
out.
want to hear. I want to hear Nguban's reasoning, and
And-
then I want to go last on this, and
And
then I want to
besides-
hear everybody else's reasoning, and then I want to go last.
Okay, go,
So-
Ngubane.
So this is 9, 10, 11, eh?
9, 10, 11. In no
9, 1,
particular
1.
order,
In
but
no particular order, and that's here.
Okay.
911. What's your emergency? So, United, big problem with them, and it's a huge problem that everyone can see. They've got a month to go right at it and sort out their middle. Up front, they've got goals. Problem, Bruno. And in them having goals, I'm talking the 2 10s that they've got, and then you've got Bruno also. Okay? But it's very easy to bypass. United can score 5 goals a game, but the opponent, as long as they quick, they'll score 6. So it's going to be that weird season where you guys lose by a
can't
goal
see your
and you'll
hand.
be
Put it down. No, not you. The other guy. This guy on the edge there by himself who came late.
I have things to say because I do actually need to
Hold,
head
I'm
off.
not
and,
done.
Hold on, he's
Like,
not done. He's
everyone
not
is
done.
Yeah, he's
I
not
need to
done.
head off. Let me speak.
This is
Let me
not
speak. You can
teams.
speak.
This is
Just
not
let-
teams.
You can keep United in 47th for all I care. I just want to say what I need to say. Right?
Yeah.
I
And then-
promise.
And then
Yeah, but-
Brighton.
yeah.
I think Brighton, they've been riding a wave of being able to buy talent that no one can foresee, and it's premium talent. But at some point, the pin is going to drop in that they're not moving forward. They're very much stagnant. And I think the manager right now wants to move the fold. And unfortunately, in the EPL, the minute that you try and push your squad, yeah, that's where you're going to move a bit back. And I don't see their squad being that deep. I've tried to keep tabs on who are they buying and whatnot. They always buy unknowns, and they will always surprise you. But I've got them there. Newcastle, the excursion in Europe, and the squad. And I think the big elephant in the room is in that Swedish player. Swish.
House says you need to
Swiss.
find a way without him.
Yeah, they need to. And I get these. They've got who's that kid from Villa who just came through the door now, and they've
Jacob
got that
Ramsey.
kid. Yeah, they've got that kid from. They've got Ilanga from United.
Alex Theo.
Theo from Milan. Milan?
It's
Milan.
not
Yeah, from Milan.
statement. Yeah, and it's not statement signings. I get, and I think this is the part where before December, you guys will outgrow Eddie Howe, and I'm going 100 rands on that. That Newcastle are at that point where peak done with Eddie Howe, where his ambition as a manager is just done. There's that other level that unfortunately he can't get to, no matter what he does. It's a bit too far, and that's the league of your Klopp. This is the league of your Jose Mourinho. This is the league. It's that league, that step. He can't seem to make that step, and unfortunately, I think I'm giving him 3 months on the job. That's my 2 cents.
Yeah.
We'll go to the next one.
Let me
Let's
go
go.
because I do need to hop off. I want to talk about United, right? That surprisingly, I wouldn't be shocked if we do finish ninth as our squad currently is. It wouldn't surprise me if we do, and if we do, then Amarim can take a hike. But if you do bring in Baleba, which I know that the clubs have started direct talks now, but obviously 100 million, we need to see what. But if we get Baleba and Lemons, the goalkeeper, I for sure think we can push not just for Europa League, but for Champions League. If we get Baleba, I think 8 to 6. I think at that point, get Europa League and I'm calm. But if we get Baleba and a goalkeeper, I would be very disappointed if we're not able to. And the reason why is because at that point, the manager has gotten his players. Every single, we got him his wing back. He has Dogu and Ahmad. He would get his defensive midfielder to have Bruno be fine in midfield, and he got a brand new attack. So it depends, and obviously Ahmad won't be there. So
my rating is purely based on as is.
As
not
is now.
Not as if we.
Okay. Look,
and the thing is,
I'm a United fan. I will put them in 8 to 6 as is. I can't. I don't want to imagine my club not being in Europe for 2 years in a row. Yeah, we're not Liverpool, so
that 100 mil. If it goes down, we know Brighton, they drive a hard bargain. If it goes down, we're talking 95 mil.
We haven't finished outside the top 8 for 62 years.
Oh, fuck.
And you finished 16th.
There's that anyway. Syndrome.
Yeah. And I think on that note, guys, I will love you and leave you. Enjoy the league season. Shot, guys.
Take it easy, my guy.
Cheers, man.
Cheers. Go, Odds. Yeah, Odds.
I feel as if you've contradicted yourself, but it's fine. We are friends. If you talk about as is, as things stand right now, Newcastle have lost Dubravka. We brought in Ramsdale. We have lost Longstaff. We brought in
Ramsey.
We brought in another young centre back. We have Ilanga that's come in, and we still have Isak. Whether or not he goes tomorrow, as things stand right now, Newcastle are.
As things stand right now, Isak is on strike, and your manager said he's not playing.
Wait.
It's what this man said. As is guys. Now. Hold on, Mr. Otsil. As is right now, this little fucker has gone and said he doesn't want to be reintegrated into the team. What fuckery is that?
Hasn't been invited to the braai. If you're going to turn around and tell me that come the end of the window he will be reintegrated back in, I am not arguing against that. But that's come the end of the window. That's not as is. As is, you do not have Isak.
You're talking about Baleba and them, the players that are not actually contracted to Man United. players that are not contracted to the club. He's got a
No,
contract
but,
at the
but
club.
that's
At the end of the day,
Ngo's
yes,
argument.
yes,
He's
but
saying,
wait,
as
but wait,
is,
but
United
wait.
don't have Baleba and Newcastle don't have Isak.
Newcastle have Isak.
You
They
Newcastle,
don't.
you don't.
He
He's on
does.
strike.
He's on
moved out of
strike.
his-
Okay.
Strike.
He's moved out of his house
Okay.
in Newcastle.
No, yes, because he was always intentionally moving out of his house. He was
Now, why do
always
you think
intentionally
that
moving out of
is?
His lease was
He's
always
down
going
the
as far as going to
Merseyside
move
now.
out. 'cause
I'm pretty sure he signed the lease agreement and all of the
Okay.
other crap.
guys, all of us here are mates. I'm just saying, you can believe the sensationalist, or you could actually listen to the journalists who say this guy has been robbed 3 times in the last year, where they've broken into his house, they've stolen over £60,000 of cash, jewelry, and a whole bunch of stuff from his house. He was always intending on moving out of his rental house. He was paying £7,000 a month for. He was moving out at any given point. He was like, guys, I'm done with this house because I have been broken into while he's been
He's
playing.
done with the city, eh?
So that was his intention. Yes, he might be done with the club. However, in a few weeks' time, when we do the Champions League draw, and Liverpool has not given us an acceptable offer, he's going to basically sit on the bench till January, potentially not playing against the Real Madrids, the Bayern Munichs, the Leipzigs of this world. He's not going to be playing quality football. He will, like every other player has done, apologize and come back. Harry Kane has done it. Luis Suarez has done it. They've all done it.
Change your name.
what's
Change
the-
your name there to Credo Mutua, but I don't want us to go there. Let's speak as
I'm-
is
what-
right now.
What?
Okay,
Let's
so
say-
Ots- okay,
Wait.
let,
Okay, fine,
let him land. Let him land.
No,
Goodman.
wait, guys, wait. If you want to talk facts, let's talk facts.
Oh my
As
God.
is.
Talking
Is
facts does
Isak-
not work out well.
No, as things stand, is Isak a Newcastle United player?
He is.
Yep, contractually is
He's
yeah, he's got
contractually a Newcastle United
That-
player.
3 years
that
left
all
in
that
his
matters.
contract.
He
That's all that
contractually he's a Newcastle United employee. Player is a strong word right now.
That doesn't. So no, but Shavar, if I'm upset with my boss on Monday, I still go. I might be upset, but I'm still gonna go. You can
Yeah,
say
but-
I'm on strike. I can take leave. I can be injured. So you tell me a player
You're not
that is-
you're not a millionaire. At least I don't know. I don't know if you're a millionaire.
doesn't matter.
Shiva.
His passion is to play football. His passion is to play football. He can potentially lose out on an entire year just because he wants to sulk. Yes, he can have an attitude and whatnot and say, guys, I'm on strike. But when push comes to shove and say, okay, fine, you're going to need stands every week. Don't worry, we've got enough money to pay you. You can cash it a check, but you're not going anywhere because no one's going to pay what we want you to pay. You can sit at home. You can go to Sweden. You can go to.
I think there's another layer. There's another layer that no one
can
really
go
wants to
wherever.
appreciate. Hold on. There's
can
another
go
layer
wherever.
to
We
this
will
But you
whole
know
find
he
thing.
him.
wants to go, right?
Yeah. So
That's
there's
to
another
go. He's
layer
contractually
where
obligated and you guys haven't paid. So that's why I say, as things stand, he's a player and he's contractually obligated to be a part of the Newcastle framework or the Newcastle, whatever you want to call it. And
There's
he will
another-
come with his tail between the legs, and he will play when he realizes that it hasn't gone through the way he wanted it to go through, and he will be forgiven in his first hat trick. Yes, he might still have an issue where some people are still booing him, but at the end of the day, when he starts scoring goals, the fans are gonna appreciate that. They'll still be sour. The coach probably says, "My boy, you gotta apologize to just more than me. There's the fans are gonna be on your back. There's a senior leadership squad that is gonna be on your back. You're still contractually obligated till Liverpool pay what we want to pay." He's a Newcastle player, and as things stand, we make top 5 because Isak is still our player. When he goes, if he goes, I don't care.
now
If-
as
if
right
he
now
stays-
with
if
him
he
throwing
stays
his
and he's
tantrum.
not
Hold-
adding
hold-
goals
hold
to
on,
Liverpool.
hold on, hold
If he
on,
says
hold
he
on,
doesn't
hold
add
on,
goals
hold on.
to Liverpool, I'm happy still. That's what I'm saying. I'm happy he doesn't add goals to Liverpool.
Okay,
As
two
things stand, we are
items.
fine.
Yeah, 2 items.
I'm done with my rant.
No, you can't be done. Where are you? Who are you putting in your 9 to 11?
Wait, hold on. Just put on that
My 9 to 11. I said Villa. I said Villa Forest. No, I said Everton, Palace, Forest in my 9 to 11.
Yeah.
So no Brighton in your 9 to 11. Oh, you've got Brighton a little lower down.
Yeah, I said Brighton at 12.
But now with our 9 to 11, the way we voted it, I'm assuming you're taking Newcastle out of your 9 to 11. So who's
I'm
going there?
taking United. It's Palace and Forest.
Okay.
Yep.
And Nguban?
So
I'm
I'll
taking out
say-
Newcastle. I'm taking out
hold on,
United.
hold on. My train of thought is gone now. I'm joking.
Sorry.
There was a comment that was made by Mr. Where he went and said, a sunless Spurs. I don't know if you watched the Spurs last night. Spurs have a manager.
That's
And
my. You see,
that
you see,
that
Sihle,
for
and
me
what
is
you've
just
said is my main issue with, especially in the group with Crizzle and Threshold. I know Threshold is not here to defend himself, but they view individuals and they don't
thank
look
you.
at the holistic, the way the
Yeah.
team plays. You see, with me, that's how I gain confidence when I watch it. Like when I watch Liverpool, I see Liverpool plays
We
as one. When I
Gents,
watch
last
Chelsea,
night. Yeah,
Chelsea plays as one.
yeah.
Newcastle, before all this conundrum, they were a team that played as a unit. Hence, it's very difficult playing against teams that aren't reliant on individuals. For crying out loud, Jacob Murphy had 12 assists, but none of us would take Jacob Murphy in our teams,
Thank
Siobhan
you.
Sihle in.
Thank
So
you.
it's
Thank you.
that. It's that, bro. That's how you judge a team, how they perform as a unit. Not because you want Bruno to get all the assists and goals. No. How about you want the entire team to contribute to that instead of there being one individual? Because you know what
Thank
happens
you.
when that one individual
Gets
gets
injured
injured?
in
Then
December,
what? What
where we
excuses
playing
are we gonna come
in
up?
December, where we're playing every third day.
You see
Then
what
it
I'm
becomes
saying?
tricky.
No, dog,
Hmm.
AFCON. There won't be Cunha. Sorry, there won't be Mbuemo. There won't be Ahmad.
Mm.
And if we get Baleba, there won't be Baleba.
And there won't be
Then you guys,
Onana. Or maybe
they won't.
Onana doesn't.
Nah, Onana
Yeah,
is
There
not
won't
fit
be
for
no,
that.
no, no,
Mazraoui.
no. There won't be Mazraoui for Morocco as well. So then what? Are we gonna now say, we have to give the manager leeway? No, the
Mm,
manager still
doesn't
needs
work.
to deliver. Klopp
He
was
bought those
kicking.
players.
Remember with Klopp, there was that time where it was Kev, Mane and
Matip,
Salah
Salah,
kick
Mane,
on.
Matip,
Mane.
Mane,
Yeah,
Salah, Keita, and there was one more also
yeah.
that we
There
lost.
was, yeah, I remember. I remember,
But
yeah.
but you guys still manage to get 3 points. You
And
even
everyone was surprised that Jan.
100%.
Yeah.
So that's how you
And then
then, if you are Kolani, rate a manager like Klopp, because without his best players, he's still able to get 3 points. Zero
it's the system. It's
excuses.
the system more than the individuals. But anyway,
Thank
and then I
you.
move to X. You can then take this
Yeah.
away so I can see X.
Okay.
Sorry, I
Oh,
can see Mr.
So
Mirza.
I
what?
just want
Yeah.
to ask. So
Yeah.
9, 10, 11. Have we agreed on 9, 10, 11? Because no one
Now,
We
really
haven't.
has.
I'm
Still,
I
we
have
haven't.
views, but I'll go
Huh?
after you, X,
Yeah.
because I said I
yeah.
wanted to go last year.
Let me be quick. Yeah. So with me as well, I also factor in European competitions, and on top of that, I also factor in Crystal Palace. In my opinion, they are going to lose a key player. You know, whether it's Gay or who's this guy, homeboy at the front,
Eze.
Eze. You know what I
Is it?
mean? It's it's they're weakening yet United are strengthening. So for me, it
I agree
wouldn't
with
make
that.
sense Palace being better than United or
I
finishing
agree
better
with
than
that.
United because of that. We getting stronger. We signing. We bulking up our squad. Yet they are actually losing key players, and as well they also have Europe. You know, Europe. It's very difficult playing Europe as well as the Premier League simultaneously. It does.
Kazakhstan in December.
You see what I'm saying?
Kazakhstan in December,
The
bro.
weather, Joe. You know, cause these
Where
countries are
it's a
cold.
3,000 seater stadium, the
Yeah,
population of 2,000. Like
hundred
guys, it's gonna be
percent.
hard for Palace going
Yeah.
out to those
If
remote places, bro.
if I recall when Chelsea were playing, you guys call these teams
Nah.
have Wi-Fi passwords. Just saying.
Yeah, they
Sorry, I'm
were.
getting it
Yes, they
there.
are Wi-Fi
There's
passwords.
levels, Ndubane. There's levels. There's
Get it.
I'm
levels.
just getting it there. I'm
CJ,
coming now.
Mm,
but CJ,
yeah.
for we could call them Wi-Fi passwords. But for a club like Chelsea, who were able to take a different team to the Wi-Fi password, it's a whole kettle of fish because they went and
Nah.
showed against the big
But
clubs.
my
You
view
know, they went,
my view on that is sometimes you have to what do you call it? You have to hit rock bottom for you to go right ahead and rebuild the shit up.
Mhm.
But anyway, I'm gonna mute myself because I'm running to get beer. Sure.
All right, no
but
stress.
that's
But
but
I
you
think,
see,
yeah.
I agree with you because at the end of the day, X,
Mhm.
when you're gonna go as Crystal Palace, going to Kazakhstan with your main squad, because it
Yeah.
will be Henderson, it will be Wharton, it will be is it will be Mateta. It's not going to be like, hey guys, let's give him Kunku a chance because he's coming back to fitness. Let's play Disasi just because. You know,
Yeah.
they're actually taking they're taking their squad. It's not like you have a Chaloba as Crystal Palace. So they are going to see flames. And United, as much as I hate to say it, United has strengthened. So I put United in the next group actually because Palace and Forest are going to see flames this year.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah, me too. I also do think so as well. I think Shavar can close this tier off. Yeah.
X, you've said everything I wanted to say. From the time you put your hand up and started talking about a team gelling, about why it's important to not look at individual players.
Hey, that's
Like
my point.
everything, every single thing you have said, I agree with you. This is why you are the captain. I'm
So then
also
can we just
putting.
remove Ceaseless's selection?
I'm also putting United upper tier.
Yeah.
I'm also putting Newcastle upper tier, but Newcastle I'm putting upper tier for different reasons. I think I really like your midfield. Like they work so well together as a unit. People give Joelinton stick, but the job he needs to do, he does for the team, and that's so important. And also, again, X, I agree with you. The European excursions for Forest and Palace, I don't think they have it in them to compete on the European front and still show what they showed in the Premier League last season. Also, remember, I don't think Palace have ever finished in the top half of the table in the Premier League.
That's true.
And their squad is weaker now.
That's key. And I've put them at 10th place. So that's key. I put Palace at 10th and I put Forest at 9th. So I think that's
Palace at 10th is actually their highest ever Premier League finish with a weaker team than they had last season. But why I put them up is because I really like their manager.
Yep.
Yes.
Dog,
And I think
it's
that's
Glasner.
Yeah.
Like
He's
even
going
with
to
me,
get them going.
100%. These are managed, and as well, this is a manager who's won Europa League as well. You know, he's done well even in Europe as a manager. And yeah, man, Glasner, I also rate him highly.
He has more trophies than Arteta in the last 5 years.
Listen to
that
that.
out loud. Don't say that out loud.
It's the truth, man. It's
the
the truth.
truth.
It is what it is. And
It's
we need
the
to start
truth.
normalizing the truth because this era is, we tend to vilify people who speak the
Fake
truth.
news. This thing is fake news.
Nah, it is what it is, dude. And yeah, Shavar, you've said a mouthful, but then there's one more team that's missing.
Can I start this tier because I want the inputs, but I'm willing to concede the top of this tier, right? So I have Villa, Manure, Spurs. So Spurs 6, Manure 7, Villa 8, Newcastle 5. However, based on manager and based on current transfer activity, I am willing to maybe concede a Spurs 5th, Newcastle 6th. I still put United at 7th. However, United have got to prove to everybody, my final point, that with a game a week, they are better than 7th. Villa, I still think I put Villa at 8th. United have to prove
with a game a week, they're not better than 7th.
Yeah.
I don't think they're better than 7th. I have United at 8th. I don't think they're better. Even with the game a week, even with Baleba, I can't see them going. Say again?
And I just want X to move United to the second, Newcastle there. I'm willing to concede Spurs. I'm willing to concede
there
Spurs.
We go. Yeah, no, I got you.
Spurs
I got you, my guy.
I'm willing to concede that because of Thomas Frank. I think they've made some good business. I don't know. United, like I said, United have to prove to us that they're better than 7th by playing one game a week, where everyone in and around them is playing twice a week.
Yeah,
literally everyone around them except for Villa.
Shiva, I think I'm going to agree with you. You are saying that I also have United at 8.
I don't see it. Even with the game a week, I don't see it. The reason why I don't see it is because I don't think that squad is settled.
It's not. It's not. I don't get
Your
Villa
signings
fans,
that you've made, I don't know, and I'm. This is the assumption that Baleba joins, right?
yeah,
I don't know how that fits.
you know
I think
why?
The
I
other
think
Shiva?
problem, the
Buemo
other
though is
problem,
a massive signing, and I think
Yeah,
Baleba is a massive signing, and I think
the,
Afcon's gonna hurt. And
yeah,
I can't. You're in that tier, but I have you as eighth.
yeah,
the problem
and
that United have also,
Can you agree
let's
that
say
Villa is
first,
going to be in this tier as well, or are we going to
Yeah,
debate
are
Villa
we?
and Spurs?
For me, there's no debate. Spurs was the team I thought I was gonna come and make people want to shoot me for. So I'm
So,
okay with
we're
Villa
putting
there.
Villa in,
sorry guys,
Villa in this
can you
tier.
guys hear me?
We
now
can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I'd say
Oh,
because of the Villa are playing what Europa League. Yo, Emery can
Oh,
win
and
Europa League,
Emer-
dog.
I could see Villa finishing eighth and winning the Europa
Hey,
League. I
they
honestly I
can,
could,
bruh.
but
Only
I
because of the
can't see
manager, bruh.
Villa going top five though. I can't. Maybe fifth
but
at
then
the
you're in this
Yeah,
push,
tier.
but
But
I
that's what I'm saying.
can't.
So then,
it's
but
between
Shiva, then we
Spurs
have to
and
put them in
thing.
this tier.
No, I'm
Yeah.
happy with Villa in this tier.
Yeah,
Sinclair, are you happy
that is.
with the Villa in this tier?
mm,
Or would you?
no.
Yeah.
Let me. Okay. The other issue that United have is their
Oh,
first
okay.
10 games.
Is
They
Dave?
they their first 10 games of the season. They
Mhm.
could fall like, because if you look at their first 10 games, I'll just read them out to you.
They're winning their first
Uh,
game of the season, just so you know.
Yeah.
against Arsenal.
But but you see, Shabak, grand scheme of things, bro. This is a marathon. I run almost every day, and
Yeah, but
I
the
can
thing is,
run
no,
five
hold hold
sub
hold,
five
hold on, X.
minutes for the first
Hold on,
Let,
X.
let,
kilometer.
let, let's
Hold on, X.
let's
Yeah,
the first 10 games.
hold on,
I
X.
want to have an
Your
input.
first 10 games, it's going to put too much pressure on the manager in that now you'll be forced to go on the market to find a new manager.
It
'Cause
is. It's
I
inevitable.
can see
hold
them.
on.
I can see them beating Arsenal and City though. I
Wait,
genuinely
so
can.
the first game is
I
Arsenal.
think.
Can we list the
Mm,
first games? Can we list the first
yeah.
games so
So
we can
it's
maybe
Yeah.
Arsenal.
Arsenal, Fulham, Burnley.
Hmm.
They then go to, now in September, they go City, they go
Hmm.
Chelsea, they go Brentford. They then in October, they go
There's an
Sunderland.
embarrassment coming in October.
They go Sunderland, so they're gonna stay Merseyside. They go Sunderland, they go Liverpool at home, they go Brighton,
Mm.
and now in November. November, Forest, Spurs, Everton, Palace.
Hmm.
I like
Yeah.
when United coaches
You
come to
see.
Anfield and get
I'm
sacked.
Yeah. You see, my thing
so,
is
so,
with
so,
United.
so,
Oh,
so
you can
after
go.
Liverpool, so I lost after Liverpool. They have Brighton.
After Liverpool, it was so Sunderland, Liverpool, Brighton, and then after
Mhm.
Brighton, now we move to Forest, Spurs, Everton, Palace. And
You see.
unfortunately, I
Mm.
consider all of these teams just a niche
Yeah.
above, squad-wise, above United.
Player for player. Nah.
They
No,
beat
no,
Fulham.
squad
As in playing
integration.
as
They
one, or
beat
as in
Yeah,
playing
Burnley.
yeah.
as one. I hear
Squad
what you're
integration
saying.
as a squad.
Me, my thing is that you see the way our
Beat
manager has
Sunderland.
us trying to play this high pressing game, which then
It's
and as
points
well,
though.
it seems like he's not considering the midfield as an important area. Because for me, I believe the midfield is the heartbeat of any team. The reason why Chelsea won the Club World Cup and beat PSG in the final is because they won the midfield battle comfortably. So for me, the midfield is essential. Like as like that's why my favorite bowlers are midfielders. You know, I like dictators, playmakers. Those are the guys who I like. And so the way we play, this thing of us, especially against the big six, we tend to do well against the big six because
Yeah.
we sit back, we don't give them the ball. The
And
problem
then
is when we have the ball. And the teams that you've listed, in the majority of them will require us to have the ball. That's where I don't see us causing them any threats. And as well, it's also a thing of playing a full 90 minutes. There's no point in being hot for 30 minutes and then the next 60 you are awful. It has to
Quick
be
one.
an all-round performance. And hey, these guys, man, they've shown even against Fiorentina. Fiorentina were holding on to possession far better than we were. And I always told you guys, ball retention is a real weakness within my team. You know, it's very easy to set traps for us. And watch, we're gonna struggle against the teams we meant to beat. But then against Chelsea, we show up, have a great performance. Even if we lose,
And
we're gonna
everyone
be like,
forgets about it.
and then you see what I'm saying? Then we play Sunderland,
And you get a hiding.
and then we get a hiding where
Lefay
Xhaka-
and Shaka.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They start controlling the midfield, and then we're gonna be like, it's these players. No, it's a coaching problem. That's it. Yeah.
I
Go.
so I hear this, and obviously, I mean, I don't know home and away. I mean, I can obviously Google home and away, but I mean,
Mhm.
6 of these teams are going to be playing that same week as United. Obviously, squad wise, I think maybe only Palace might lose to a United. Might lose to beat United. No, lose to United. Sorry. But when it comes to Arsenal, City's always
Can I reply to Crizo, please, when you're done, Ots?
100%. So like, I think 5 of these teams here, United, like, they step their game up. Do these teams have better squads than United? 100%. I only see Palace as maybe the only team that potentially, like, United can go and step their game up. By the time they get to game 10, that squad should be humming. They need to be humming because you only have a Burnley where you have to beat a Burnley. You've got a Brentford where Brentford might be stripped. You have to beat a Brentford. After Brentford, if you say Sunderland, you've got to, because there's no room between Brentford, Sunderland, and Liverpool to say, guys, maybe, because you cannot draw and go to Liverpool.
Point exactly that they could. I get it. It's a marathon and sort of sprint,
It is.
but their first 10 games are weird as fuck. If we're being honest,
there has to be points for United. It has to be. If they are struggling after these, not to say there's going to be 30, and I'm not saying there's only going to be 15. But
so out of the 30 points available, if they do not get plus minus 15, they are fucked.
And I said there's 18 points that are going to be in Europe. 18 points that are going to be playing Europe the same week that they play United. So United are going to be fresh against 6 teams in those first 10 games.
Yeah, but
one of the teams is Everton, one of the teams is Brighton. You've got Brentford that aren't in Europe. So like there's
I could see United losing to Everton, to be totally honest with you.
Yeah.
Same here.
Very
yeah, it is possible because I mean, you see, I really don't see the improvements that Crizo is referring to, even in preseason.
Crizo is still
I think we play the same way.
They've signed improvement. We need to see if they gel.
You see what you just said.
Thank you.
It's this thing of focusing on individuals. It doesn't matter, dog. Even if we have, this is a team sport, bro. This ain't MMA.
100%.
This is not Drickus. This is not Drickus versus Hamza.
I 100%.
It's a team sport.
The weird thing with Man United, weird thing with Man United manager right now is, I think Liverpool, Shivar can like probably name his like starting 11.
At least 9 of the starting 11.
Yes, you might get 1 or 2 players wrong. Ots, you can also name your starting 11. You might get 1 or 2 wrong. Chelsea, I can name like the starting 11. I can maybe get 1 or 2 wrong. X on the other hand and Tuchel on the other hand, they can't. If they name their starting 11, if they name their starting 11, they'll get 5 wrong.
Yeah, and that's true. That just shows you the lack of coaching, in my opinion, in that regard. That really we are relying on individuals right now, and we're not relying on the team to play as one.
And the other thing that I feel for the manager is he made comments about like last season where he goes into games, and I know that it was taken out of context. He felt that his team wasn't strong enough for the team and whatnot. He's now at the point where he wants to prove a point. And the unfortunate thing is that once you have that thinking that you are wanting to prove who you are, it might come across as you being arrogant in a team that you should like perhaps pay them more respect, and you don't, because you're like, I am Man United, I deserve to be here, and then you open yourself up, and there is no middle. Because if we're being honest, Bruno does not like tracking back, guys. Bruno
Yeah,
is a
he does
bickering.
it. He does it though. He doesn't like.
He
I agree
does.
with you.
He,
He
he
doesn't like
doesn't.
it. He does it out of
But
necessity
he
more
has to
than
do it. But
yeah.
like
Yeah.
his biggest threat is not it.
Mm.
And
Mm.
there has to be that player. And I get that Ugarte and okay, Cass is done. That's my view. I see that he's been working out at the gym, but I
Mainu.
think he's done.
Mainu.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Where do you
guys,
put him?
let's not put this as a United show. I think we speak about
Yeah.
United
I
a
think we
lot.
talk about it now. Yeah.
Um,
I think
we want
let's
to. Do we all
yeah.
agree that this is where we are, and we're putting Villa in
We
this
don't
tier?
have a choice. We don't have a
Yes, yeah.
choice. But
Villa's
yeah.
Villa's in this tier.
Mhm.
I don't see Villa going beyond this tier. I think yeah, for me this tier is fine. Like I said, I debate Newcastle and Spurs. I debate where United is, but this tier for me seems very fair. On if you look at it today, this tier is
Yeah.
probably the most fair tier. I
Mhm.
So
think,
who's
like I said,
taking the
bar the
next one?
bottom.
Am I taking the
I,
Now
next
I
one?
have
I want
Number
to go.
four,
I want
number
to go.
five?
Oh, go for it. Go,
Yeah.
X.
I
Sorry, you
have
go
it,
for it.
guys. Okay, this is the top 5.
Careful. Very
Drum roll,
Fourth
important.
and
please.
fifth.
Very
Maybe go
That's
fifth
important.
2.
and then fourth.
Yeah, 5th is
Very
going
important.
to probably be Spurs. I think there'll be a gap between the top 4 and the rest, in my
Same.
opinion.
Same.
Yeah, so I'll go with Spurs at 5th,
And
and then
careful.
Ooh, someone's getting hurt
Why must,
here.
Careful.
why must he be careful? There's nothing to be careful about. Just
I
he must
say
just
Arsenal,
speak with his
guys.
heart.
Thank
Will be
you.
4th.
Thank
That's
you. And I'm gonna
and
say it here. I'm gonna say it here. Spurs finish above Arsenal.
no, okay, that I'm not saying. I'm not co-signing that.
No,
I
I'm
say
saying that.
Arsenal are coming
I'm
4th.
saying that.
I like the passion
Spurs,
in Gubane.
thank you, because he got the right
And
team.
and you know why? Can I give a reason as to why I say Arsenal 4th? I just think Chelsea, man, that Club World Cup win has changed the mindset of the entire squad. You know, you guys, when the players, you can even feel it when you watch the the friendlies rather. There's a sense of unity, and even in the substitutions that you guys make, the standard doesn't drop. It stays the same. Even when you guys
They
beat
believe in
Milan,
themselves now.
thank you.
Yeah.
They believe in themselves right now. So that's part of the reasons why I put Arsenal here. I just don't think Arteta, man, his days are numbered in my opinion. Like they really are numbered. It's
Can I
it's
go?
gonna be sad. And watch when they lose to United in the first game. Yo, Arsenal Fan TV is gonna break records as far as viewership is concerned. They're gonna, and Twitter, of course, we call it the social media derby. So Twitter's gonna be buzzing heavy, you know, with even potential Arteta outs.
Okay.
So yeah.
But Ateta out is always like every Monday. It's Ateta out, anyways.
Okay, so can I go
Just
real quick
Okay,
before I lose my
I want to
Okay,
go
yeah.
after Ngubane.
Mhm.
Okay. The pressure to get a number 9, because like everyone has been crying out for number 9.
Mm.
We've never seen what an Arteta number 9 looks like.
Mm.
And Victor
Very good point.
is far from the style of play that Arsenal
Yeah.
have been for the past 4 years.
Yeah.
And this is under Arteta. Year 5, the pressure is going to get to him. Unfortunately, right now, and I'm talking about like the maddest of Arsenal fans. They have an understanding that FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, not enough. He has to deliver something. He's going to find himself in that everyone is going to say, squad depth, you've got more than enough players. So he has to go on 2 fronts, with Europe and the league. In him going Champions League, he opens himself up. Like properly opens himself up, because like he's leaving on those 2 goals that were scored by Declan Rice against who were they playing
Madrid.
against? Was it PSG or Madrid?
Madrid.
Everyone is still caught up in that. Oh, we belong here. No, they don't. It's a new season. No one belongs anywhere. So I
Mm.
feel the players that he signed, Noni, I can get squad player. An okay squad player. Zubamendi, I
I
rate
like
him.
him. I like
Yeah,
him.
Yeah,
I,
Zubamendi, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I rate him. But is he an upgrade from Party? I don't think so.
I
Because
think
he
he
lacks
is.
the I think he lacks the athleticism. But of course,
Thank you.
Rice
And the
can.
shot, yeah.
Yeah, and the shots. Because for me, bro, if you're a
But it's
DM, you have
here.
to have a
It's
bullet.
here.
The
It's here.
Yeah.
the secret source might be Nogard, who I think no one is paying attention to.
Yeah, no.
goes
He's a
about
good
Yeah.
player.
He goes about his business, defensive business, and no one really pays much
Mm.
attention. I think he is going to be the secret sauce. The striker that they have, I don't think fits into the system. Thank you. I see this more than anything. I don't think he fits into the system. They would have been better off getting a player like Isak. They would have been better off spending that, well, adding another a player and whatever they spent, send it through to Newcastle, get a player like Isak. I also, Sesko, I think Sesko would be a better fit for Arsenal. That's just
Yeah.
my
Because his
2
build-up
cents.
plays better.
Yeah. His build up play is
That's just my
much
2
better.
cents.
And as well, guys, the kid can leap. So this corner Bob that they like doing Arsenal,
Thank you. That whole
it
playing
could be
around in the corner.
beneficial. Yeah,
Thank
because
you.
Cisco can jump, bro. He's like 6'5". That's a shooting guard in basketball terms. He's the same height as Kobe Bryant, the late Kobe Bryant. So
Yeah, so
yeah,
I
that's
think
two.
Dallo is gonna chow with us this coming season. But anyway, that's my view on Arsenal. And I'm gonna say it again, and this is my full stop. I think Spurs finish above Arsenal.
I like the
See
passion.
there. What are you
Where
drinking? What are you drinking, bros?
no, I don't think
What
that's
is
alcohol.
he?
I like the passion in Gubane. I like your reasoning. I have Spurs at 5th, and I have a gap between Spurs and the team in 4th.
Yeah,
I actually have the team in 3rd and the team in 4th very close together.
yeah.
And I was going to go Chelsea 4th and Arsenal 3rd. But I think you've made some very good points.
Mm.
My worry for Chelsea is I agree with everything you said about playing as a team and they believe in each other now. I agree with all of that. My concern is I don't know how good your manager is at managing a game. I don't know if things are going wrong, if he can change the game. I haven't seen I could be wrong, but I haven't seen it yet.
You
My
don't
other
see him touching a
concern
double decker
is
pass.
I don't think João Pedro keeps his form the whole season. He's only hit 10 goals, or he's only hit double figures once in his life. I like him. I think he's a very good player. I think he will unlock Palmer, and I think that gets you easy top 4. But my biggest concern is come January, approaching that difficult part. I think the fact that your preseason was cut short and you've had a difficult Club World Cup, I think it will start showing around there. And that's why I have you 4th and not 3rd. But you've kind of sold me with what you've said about Arsenal. And I think I want to flip them around. But I'm like, it's very close. It's very, very close.
You wanna
So
sleep on it?
I want to
I
sleep on it. I want to sleep on it.
leave it, Shafar. Don't do any of that, Shafar. Obviously, I have conceded 5th. I actually don't disagree with what anything Shavar said. I want to add to Shavar. I don't like. I think we're expanding on what CK said, which is very very fair. We're expanding, and I'm happy with that. I think for me, the key point about Chelsea finishing 4th instead of 3rd is that I still think that Maresca is still tweaking his squad, and he still doesn't really know. I think he's still got too much to think about. And yes, he doesn't have 7 strikers like he used to. He's still got I think he's got a massive squad problem. And the garage sale needs to happen now. I also think he just needs to just like have the players he doesn't want outside Cobham, and then each of them have a piece of paper, then someone can just sign. Like, just don't even have them coming to the training ground. Just like, guys, don't come anymore. Stay at home, go chill with Isak or whatever it is. Just don't come because I need to work with what I
Isak
I need to
doesn't
work
have a
with what I
house.
need to.
Isak doesn't have a
Yeah,
house.
so then they
Moved
get,
out.
so you can have like you can have
It's the
Sterling.
only
you
way
can
you
have,
guys sign Jackson. You go
Nkunku.
pick him up off the side of the road.
That's
Invite
it.
invite
They
Isak
must
for a
all-
cry. But anyway.
Yeah, they must all just chill together. They must all just chill together. We don't have a club, although Isak will phone him later. I think for me, like because Arteta and I've got a mate of mine who's probably going to disagree, and this is for him. This is Arteta's last year. This has to be Arteta's last year.
Thank you.
They've been talking about
Yes.
getting a striker. They've got one, right? You
They've got
have an
depth.
option. Yes, you have an option in Gabriel Jesus. I'm not saying he's the option. You've got an option. You have a system where you can have it. Marino showed that he can play there in desperate times. You still have Trossard, you still have Saka. So
They've got
he
two
really
quality
has an
players in
option.
every position.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yes. So
They
this
do.
is for me, like the manager's been working on it for so long that because they've got the CDM now, you've got Rice who can play a little bit forward. You've got Odegaard, one of the best players. You've got Saka back. You still have Martinelli. Like they've added quality. You know, you've got a second goalkeeper, which he maybe trusts a little bit more than he did with Ramsdale. This has to be. So for
I
me,
think there's also another conversation there, odds that has to be had around who's the captain.
Nah,
The
I
captain-
like Odegaard. I do like
look,
Odegaard.
I listened to Tony Adams, and Tony Adams said today,
Hmm?
you don't win a league with Martin Odegaard as the captain.
Wow.
That's Tony Adams.
Yeah, he did
Yeah.
say that.
He said that. He
Yeah,
said that
I'd say
today.
that.
He said that today. So for me, the only reason why Chelsea finished 4th and not 3rd is that I think Maresca still needs to do his garage sale. Like literally, like everything must go, like that kind of
Guys.
thing. He must take them to a hospice and thrift shop lads. Arsenal are a little bit more cohesive, and that's the only reason why. Chelsea might have the numbers over the season to maybe prove that they can get over the line because they might be able to have more players when they need more players.
Nah, I hear you.
You
I
know,
hear
when
you. Totally
You
agree
guys-
with
Djokovic
you.
gets an ACL now, Djokovic gets an ACL now, Chelsea have 3 strikers. Arsenal go back to having Gabriel Jesus and Havertz. So that's the only for me tipping point. Manager has his squad, and Chelsea has more of a squad, but the Chelsea manager has too much to get to a what I need and what I want.
I've slept on it, as Ngubane says, and I think both you guys have said this without saying it.
Saying it, yeah.
Arsenal, why? Okay, I'm putting Chelsea 3rd and Arsenal 4th, and my reason is something both you guys have said without actually saying it. Arsenal has to move this season like a big club. They have to
Yeah.
move like a United of old. They have to move like Liverpool and City now. They have to move like Barcelona, Bayern Munich, because they have to.
Yes.
And do they have the bottle to see that through?
No. All
And
roads
that's-
lead to the dugout.
And now I'm putting them in 4th. And that's literally what I'm basing
That's
it
a
on.
very
Yeah.
quick nap.
All right, guys. Let's now discuss who is.
Okay, are we all happy
second.
with Chelsea in 3rd?
Yeah.
X, we didn't hear from you about Chelsea.
Okay.
I-
Oh yeah. Okay. I
I
just.
don't know. Someone just decided to put Chelsea there, but
Yeah. Yeah. No. But the
Look,
thing is,
I've said 4th. I'm happy to concede to Shiva and Sitle.
Yeah.
I think manager is going to make it the key, but squad depth, I think Chelsea finished 3rd.
yeah. Same here. I also think. I just think. Yeah. I also just think Chelsea comes 3rd, and I did mention that there's a lot of belief within the players. They actually do believe that they can go far. They're in the Champions League, and I also do believe they'll also do well in the Champions League. I think in the cup competitions, Chelsea are going to surprise a lot of teams. So yeah, I'll also leave Chelsea here as third, and then yeah, who's second, guys?
Can I go?
wanna that one.
Can I
Yeah,
go?
Go for it.
Liverpool.
go.
I am not buying anything that Cheese is selling. I do not believe him one
Have you seen
bit.
that squad?
This man is a snake oil salesman, and I have seen that squad. And Reinders looks
Yo,
perfect to
hola,
be put next to. If they
hola.
want to go a double pivot, that Reinders and Rodri double pivot looks like
You know
those
why,
midfields from back in the day.
and you know why,
And
So you
Shavar?
say Liverpool
Then
second.
you've
You
got
say Liverpool
Mamouche.
second.
no,
Who's the second?
let me land, guys.
Yeah.
Let me land. Let me land.
Yeah.
And we know Pep, and we know Pep. We don't need to
Yeah.
speak too much about Pep. I think Foden plays 10, and I think Foden has a season like the season before last.
Yeah.
My worry with City is that defense is they've grown old together. Is the best way I could put it. They've gotten rid of Walker, so I don't understand their right back situation. I don't know about Ait Nori as a left back, and I don't know about Guardiola as a centre back. And I just feel like the centre backs that they do have, Stones, Diaz, Akanji, I feel like they have grown old together. Edison, we know, is shaky, and I'm not sold on the new kid as a Premier League winning goalkeeper. And they also have
New
had
kid.
a short preseason.
Mm-hmm.
Trafford.
Trafford.
Yeah.
They've had a
Yeah.
short preseason and a tough Club World Cup.
Mm.
For that reason, I'm putting City in second.
Mm.
But I'm not buying anything that Cheese is trying to sell about City fighting for top four. I don't believe him. I don't
As
believe
as
him. It's just
as the SAA captain would say, ladies and gentlemen, Shiva has just grown some balls.
I am putting
I
City in second, but it's not. I think that top four is going to be quite close together. I
Yeah.
think, and I don't think it's going to be a 90-point season. I think you win the league this season with 86 to 88 points, and I
80 odd.
don't think City can get there.
I would humbly disagree, and Shiva, like we
Wow.
can have lunch and we can debate this. Um, I think that very very rarely have we seen Pep angry, and I think
No,
this
I've
is
seen
a
Pep angry a
very
lot. I've seen Pep
no
angry a
no
lot.
this is a very angry Pep season. I think Pep not winning, Pep bolstering his squad in the winter, bolstering his squad in the summer, you know, making the call, for example, if Donnarumma comes. And as it stands, Donnarumma's not great, but you've got a young English goalkeeper, and then you're still going to bring in arguably pound for pound a top 5, top 10 goalkeeper. Let's call him top 5. I mean, you can't really look past the Donnarummas of this world. He's a very, very good goalkeeper. I haven't seen much of them preseason. I obviously saw them a bit in the Club World Cup. I think an angry Pep Guardiola doesn't accept a draw. And maybe for me, Liverpool have done too much transfer activity for them to gel in time. Although you could also argue the same thing about City. City have brought in a decent bunch in the winter,
That's another thing
and
that I
now
considered that I
and
will
they're
touch on
bringing
when we speak about Liverpool.
yeah, and then they bring in a bunch during the summer. Liverpool have done a lot of transfer activity now, but a lot of quality players. 100% the elephant in the room, or the Swiss elephant in the room, is the Swiss elephant in the room. He comes, I don't know what happens to Liverpool. I think City, for me, have an angry manager who brings out the absolute demons in players. And I don't feel there's a lot of players who cannot thrive under Pep. And a lot of players who said Pep is too intense. I think this is an intense Pep year where he says, I won nothing because you guys were not on my level. Now everyone is going to be on Pep's level, and you're going to literally see who is going to be able to survive a Pep squad. Pep's going to go out fighting, and you'll see like Arne Slot still trying to kind of get Van Dijk back to that level, get Salah back to that level, get Alisson back to the level. I think an angry Pep is a coach that you've got to be fearful of when he's got a good squad. That's
We're
my
hearing
that's my
feedback from
2 cents.
somewhere.
Yeah. So Liverpool
I'm
second,
hearing-
City first.
Okay.
Okay. Ox, Ngubane?
Ladies and gentlemen, in exactly 24 hours at this time tomorrow, we would be watching football.
Liverpool. Yeah.
Anyway, Liverpool.
So wait,
and
So Liverpool
City.
first. I want you need to give us a thing. So I want Liverpool knocked off that perch. And X, you better make sure who you decide goes on top there. Please.
I'll speak on Pep. I watch his squad. Fucking hell. You're going forward, guys. Like, yeah. Who's that number 10 they've gotten from
Mamouche.
the French?
Yeah.
No, not Mamouche.
Cherki.
Cherki, yes.
Uh,
I watch him. I watch Mamouche. I was Haaland. Haaland's got goals in him, and everyone knows
Wow.
that. And then I look at their defense. They've got Rico Lewis as a defender. Fuck that nigga. Yeah, I just say.
Yeah, but you can say the same with Conor Bradley. They're bringing in lads. They're bringing in.
mm,
I can say the same thing about Conor Bradley.
Nah, fuck. I don't think he is at that tier, which has me very confused. Because not confused, but more conflicted in that they've got goals in them. It reminds me of that Barca side back in the Pep days where they would just outscore you, where they didn't give
Yeah.
a shit about defending. They had who's your Liverpool player there, Shiva, that went
Mascherano.
Mascherano. Mascherano is the
Hmm.
number 5.
We're
I'm
playing centre
conflicted.
back.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Not under
I'm-
Pep.
I'm-
No, we're
I'm
saying
conf-
Barcelona's playing centre back at a point.
Mm.
Yeah, but I'm very much conflicted. I remember, and I said this, and I don't want to play small in a big pond. I said Chelsea for me is in the top 2. Who is the second one? And then I watch how Pep has been moving, and I watch how Slot has done his thing. Hey, yeah, this one I'm gonna stay out of it.
Ah,
Don't wanna
what the hell is
Coward! Coward!
Nothing
Yeah.
like that.
Nah,
Okay,
There's
guys,
wait.
I
nothing
think
like
let's,
that.
no,
we
no.
get
Let's hear X.
we're very fortunate
Yeah.
to be living in this time of like this. I think for me this is like peak where the best of the best, either by like managers, players, because players are teams are building super squads where you look at the bench and the bench itself is a starter in any team below the top 5.
Yeah.
So for me,
Our bench is a starter at everyone outside of City and Arsenal. Just putting it out there.
facts.
Oh,
Okay.
You guys-
please, whoa. Give us names of this page. That is a starter everywhere.
Ekitike.
He's your starting striker.
He is not our starting striker for very long.
As
All right.
things stand, you don't have 150 million.
Mm.
But
Wow.
yeah, I'm
Neither do
honestly,
you.
Saying,
I was
'cause feel like
joking. I
you're
was
not-
joking, guys. I was joking,
Yeah,
guys. But you guys
genuine.
moved my team to second, and sorry, to
The
third.
third.
Like, let's see.
Yeah.
I say Pep goes for it.
I say Pep goes for it as well, only because Liverpool last
Ah,
season
it's
didn't experience any injuries to their
Yes, we
key
did.
players.
The Ballon d'Or winner.
Who?
Only
Who?
two. Allison was injured. Trent was injured. Konate was injured. Robertson was injured. Simicast was injured. Bradley was injured. McAllister was
For how
injured.
long?
Gravenberch was
How
injured.
long?
Yeah.
Soboslai was injured.
Because-
Basically,
but- Yeah.
everyone had an extended period
Yeah,
out
but
on
it's
the
not
out on the
not
sidelines.
extended.
How
Aside
long is it
from
extended?
Van Dijk and
Yeah.
Salah, those are the only 2 players who were not
Shiva,
injured.
How long is it?
How long is it
Don't talk
extended?
about 2
More than a
games,
handful
10
of
games.
McAllister
No,
finished the
listen.
season injured.
Yeah.
But how
So
many
my
games?
thing
If you
is,
say extended, extended must be a minimum
More than
of 15
5.
games or 10 games.
More than 5.
Five is five. It can be 3 weeks in December, bro. 5 is 1 week in December.
yeah.
They've
Like,
missed those games. They still miss those games.
but then
That's
as
fair. I
well,
can see the point.
Shava, when you guys get injuries, bro, I mean, I just think the drop off between Man City and Liverpool, should they be in a predicament where there are injuries, I'd favor City still. You know,
The
personally,
only two players
yeah,
that I think we have an extreme drop off is Van Dijk and Salah. And I think if either one of them are out of action for
yeah.
actually not even either one of them.
Already.
Games.
Salah's
Yeah,
gonna be
because
out of
but
action
but I
because
think we've got
unless if Bafana
Wirtz
Bafana
in,
does you a
right?
favor and knocks
Yeah,
out
maybe they will.
injuries,
Maybe they will.
then
But
yeah.
I think we've got Wirtz in, so some of that creative burden and some of that attacking burden is taken off Salah for that little bit.
Yeah, but is he
My
a
thing
goal
is
scorer?
if we lose Van Dijk for any significant period of time, it's a problem. It's even if we get Guehi in, it's just I trust Konate when he's next to Van Dijk. I trust Joe Gomez when he's next to Van Dijk. I will trust anyone, even if we put McAllister at centre back, if he's next to Van Dijk. But if you take Van Dijk out, I don't really trust any of them, and
I think
that's my worry.
so.
Who's
The
the, who's the
problem, if
Everton keeper there?
No, you keep him
um,
away. You keep him away. We put him there at
yeah,
12. He's fine there. We can leave him there. It's fine.
you see, so you see, Shiva. I think the biggest problem, and one of the questions that I want us to maybe potentially ask for like the next episode. Pep's asking for a smaller squad, right? He said he can't work with this many players. And I've been chatting to all my Newcastle mates about not having maybe two per position, but having a strong 15 that you can rely on, maybe a strong 17, and another, 5 odd or whatever it is, where you can say guys can come on. You've just basically expressed that. And once again, are you making an excuse for if anything happens to Van Dijk, this is why your season goes down? Because the same thing can be said about
It's not an
Rodri.
excuse. It's not an
No,
excuse.
no, no, no.
That's literally where I am. That's literally
No,
the
no,
difference.
100%. I'm not saying that, but we have listed in all the teams. We have listed, for example, Isak. Isak has spent a significant portion off the field. Saka was the same thing. Odegaard, Rodri. You argue Martinez. You say Van Dijk. We're all listing players already to say if this player is out of my world class squad, therefore the nice thing about when you listen to there's a podcast with 3 former footballers, one of them being a Newcastle player, no free advertising. They always ask, is Spurs better without Kane? You kind of ask that question, right? Spurs won a trophy without Kane. Bayern Munich, the first season, they didn't win a trophy with Kane, and then they subsequently did. So now, are you saying that your season hinges on a plus 30 something year old player?
No,
That's your season.
no. What I'm saying is take Van Dijk out and we're still a world class team, but take Van Dijk out and keep Rodri in at City and City win the league. I'm just saying it's, as I said, this will be a 86 to 88 point difference. Take Van Dijk out, we finish on 85 points, City finish on 86, they win the league. We
So it's
drop
after
from
the next
first
few
to
weeks.
second. We don't drop from first to fifth. And it's the same with City.
Okay.
Take Rodri out, they're out. He's
Yeah.
out for the first few weeks. They drop from first to second. They don't drop from
Yeah.
first to fifth. It's that small of the difference, and those two players make such a big difference that little bit without them, it goes to nothing. But
So
even
those two are
without
Maybe
them,
it's fine
we
margins.
are
It's going to
still
be
they are the margin.
fine margins, guys.
But even
very
without
fine
those
margin.
two, we're still better than the team in third. That's where I am.
The team in third being Arsenal that we've agreed
Being
upon.
Chelsea.
No,
Being
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chelsea. That's my bad. That's my bad.
All right.
My
Okay.
bad.
So who
So I was just
are
trying
you
to.
Yeah,
I
you're
was just trying to.
forgetting you're sitting right
I
at the
feel like
bottom. Now.
guys we're dwelling way too much. So odds, who do you think will win the league?
I still say City. I think
So
City,
yeah.
with the angry Pep, he gets them going. He gets them going.
So we've already established who's winning the league. Now, Shava, tell us why you think Liverpool are winning the league.
I'm just gonna hold this up.
Ah,
I'm just gonna put it there.
You've never done back
I
to
can't
back in
even
a long
read it.
time.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
all.
I can't even. Yeah, I
Um,
can't see
It's about-
it.
You've won the second
you've
one
never
this
done
year.
like you've got a League Cup.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just saying you.
Okay,
you yourself.
why I think we're going to win the league? I think we have the best defender in the world.
Ladies and
Um,
gentlemen, it just got personal.
No, honestly, I think, as I said, I think it's going to come down to City's their centre backs and their defensive unit has gotten old together, and they will feel the after effects of the Club World Cup and a shorter preseason come that January-February period.
Hmm.
That's
Fair.
that's the separation. If you're adding injuries, then whoever blinks first between Van Dijk and Rodri. Rodri's already blinked. So if Van Dijk also gets a significant injury, hey, we're back in this, right? But that's my reasoning between the two. I don't think City have the legs, especially in their defense, to carry them through to 88 points come the end of the season.
There you have it.
Ex-
I can't even fight what you just said, Shava, because right now it's all it's on paper right now. We can't necessarily say that what we're talking about. Remember last season how we were fooled when we did this. Last season
I
we
had
had
Liverpool
United
in fourth.
high. You see what
I
I'm
had
saying?
Liverpool in fourth, and some
Yo.
people didn't even put us in the top four. Not going to mention who those
100%.
people are. I'm just saying it's
See-
on the internet. You can go and check.
Yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be close, Shiva, which I like. I want this league to be very, especially this season. Relegation battle must go to the wire, and the league title. It would be nice if Chelsea were also in the discussion, and even for Champions League as well. You know, hopefully United will have a new manager with some sense who will,
By
get us
December.
playing as one. Yeah, it could happen. You never know. You never know, man. Last season
No,
taught us a lot.
I
Guys,
see it
I learned
happening.
a lot from
I
last
see
season.
Man United will have a new manager by December.
Yeah,
Just my
put
two
put
cents.
I
that
don't
bet
agree.
on Betway. On Betway.
I don't have a Betway account. I don't subscribe to the notion of betting.
Yeah.
So look, so for me,
Yeah.
I mean, I look at this and obviously, like I say, I disagreed, but I listened to all the viewpoints. From what you just say now, X, it looks like we all thought it differently last year. You know, we said Arne Slot coming in, there's no way he's doing this, and
Hey,
he
dude.
ran away with the league.
You
You
ran
know,
away
so
with
I
it.
think in this, it'll just show us where we went wrong and where we thought we were right. At the end of the day,
Mhm.
there's a lot of contingencies. It's Donnarumma. Like Donnarumma's got to move, and where he
Yep.
goes to, we can speculate now. Isak stays and Isak plays the game after Liverpool, and
I
Isak
like how
says,
Donnarumma is
my
moving
bad.
and Isak is staying. But anyway, continue.
No, but
Isak moves.
what I'm saying is there's so many contingent moves. You know, Donnarumma can come to Newcastle, for example. We don't know. He just said goodbye to Paris. Isak could say, actually, I'm not going, and then PSG or Real Madrid come and say, Chief, we want you, and then Newcastle say, yeah, 90 million because it's not a rival. There's so much that could happen in the next few weeks that this looks like, as
Yeah.
we've seen today, as we're looking at it today, and the speculation, all that kind of stuff. This is what it looks like today. By the
Come the end
time
of the
we come
weekend,
and
this
look at it,
whole thing could be different.
it looks so different. By the time we get to January and everyone's played each other once, and we can look at we should maybe do an episode. We look at this and like, guys, what are you still are you still feeling the same way? Are you willing to
Yeah.
change? Are you willing to continue? Because we could look at it and Newcastle at 11th, and I'm like, guys, we're terrible. Or Newcastle are still in third. I'm like, well, look what happened to Forest. Because
Yeah.
I still backed Forest to make a Champions League place, and I was like, there might be something that they fail a little bit at. So there's a lot.
Ladies and
that-
gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. You've just been clickbaited to watch a whole 1 hour, 40 minutes, because we will have another episode when the window closes.
But yeah, I think there's a lot of movement there, and we're speculating, we're debating, and everyone has given a healthy opinion of where they think it should be, and it's all respected at the end of the day. Like I said, the
Yeah.
Sunderland one came from the heart, and the Newcastle
No,
one
it was
came
hate.
from a little bit of thinking.
Hate.
Yeah.
It came from the heart. Yes, a hateful heart.
Yo, guys, it looks like James McAtee is heading to Nottingham. From
He needs game time.
Oh yes, yeah.
From-
Yeah.
It
And
doesn't
then-
move
They've been into
either of those
and,
two
doesn't-
teams
and
for me.
as,
doesn't
oh,
do
it
anything.
doesn't.
But he's gonna be
Man,
lighted
I
at
just
game
rate.
time.
I just rate, and as well, I just rate the City Academy. They usually tend to produce solid ballers,
Like Jeremy Frimpong.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Jadon
Hutchinson,
Sancho.
since we're speaking
And
about
James
moves,
Sancho.
Hutchinson is
Are we listening?
moving to Forest, and in him moving, Chelsea gets about 10 bar from that salon. What else are we?
and then you guys can sign Canacho.
Yeah,
Yay.
that
That's
looks
when-
that looks permanent. I don't understand that, but anyway, it is what it is. The manager wants what the manager wants. Yeah, we'll call it that.
Yeah, man.
But anyway, we'll have another
Quick-
episode when the window closes, where we will then
Good
everyone knows
but
the
a quick,
vibes.
but a quick question.
100%. That would be dope.
Clickbait.
A quick question: are we gonna do after game match day 1 just to dissect it quickly, where we go through-
Monday.
Mondays. Yeah, Mondays, my guy.
So
If
yeah,
you
so
can-
we'll dissect. Obviously because
Mm.
Leeds and Everton are still playing on Monday, so we can maybe just do what we've seen, or and then
Yeah.
just maybe do like a little bit of a prediction based on what we've seen. And then I do agree with CK, like once all it's said and done, then we see what we have spoken about in terms of the log, and say, does it really change based on what we've seen over the past first 2 weeks of the league. And by the way, if Isak plays for Liverpool at St James's Park in the second
That
league
hurts you, ne?
of the
That
Premier
really
League,
hurts you.
he
I
will
don't
be,
think
he
that
probably will be, he will be probably sniped from the.
I
league
don't
he's
think
in.
that
Not
happens.
even a
I-
delegate.
My theory is actually you guys are just trying to delay this long enough so that he's not our player when we come to visit. I think once that game's done, then the Isak deal happens.
Fair
Is it
point.
happening before the window closes?
We play on the 20 something.
Yeah.
Second game of the league we play.
I think we
in
can
Liverpool.
call it. Are we all happy with
Yeah.
this? No, but it is what
I know,
it is.
Shava.
There's only one. There's one thing I'm not happy with, but hey,
All right.
Um,
we'll
there's
chat at
one
the end of
thing.
the season.
Yeah, no,
It is what
indeed.
it is.
Otto is not happy with a couple of things. Eighth, but anyway, it is what it is.
Yeah. I know, guys. Thank you once again for availing yourselves on a Thursday.
Thank you.
This was a very interesting episode. As of course, I rate your guys' football knowledge. So yeah, thanks for sharing and schooling me as well. So guys, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, help a brother out. This is Easy Sport, and we out.
Goodbye from me.
I can't do the Kaiser Chiefs sign. No, please.